This is a tutorial that's going to show you how to draw a basic orthogonal drawing, a third angle orthogonal drawing. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use a very, very simple object. And the reason for that is that I don't want the tutorial to go on for too long, and just drawing 3 views of this simple object will be sufficient for me to show you a few of these tools over here and a few of the menu items that can help you out. So I'm going to be using the left hand side as my front view as indicated by the arrow. So the first thing I want to do is draw what I see here. So I can actually go in and I can, using the pen tool, and I can actually go in and do this. All right, and we've got that, and we'll move it away. And now what I'm going to do is hold down my shift key, and I can actually just zoom in a little bit, and I can actually make this fairly straight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to draw myself a bit of a rectangle like this. This is my cheats way of doing things. You can actually measure things by using some measurements up here if you have your transform open, so we can actually type in specific measurements, but I'm actually just being a bit cheeky and a bit lazy. So that'll do. That's my front view here, and I'm going to delete that. I know that this is the same height as this, so again I'm going to be cheeky, copy and paste it, place this on top like so, and then take it to half. And I really like Illustrator because see how it's let me know, it has let me know that that's my halfway. Now I'm going to select both and group them because I'm going to move things around, and the last thing I want is for that shape to fall apart. So there we go, I've got my front view. Now I can do things when I'm going to draft up now to do my plan view, my top view, sorry. When I'm going to draft up, I can do things like using the pen tool, and again you can see that it sort of wants to latch onto that anchor point. I can do things like this, okay, and I might have another drafting line. So it's trying to snap to point, and I'll show you how you can get it to do that. So this is one way I can actually do it. All right, so as you saw, it's trying to snap onto those points, and let's just go before I go any further and see why it's doing that. So if I actually go to view, and we can go snap to point. So I've actually got that turned on, and I've also got my smart guides turned on, and that allows me to be able to, when I'm drawing, pen tool to sort of try and connect like so and align things. All right, so that's one way I could actually create some drafting lines, and then I can have a go in here at putting in my top view. However, another great thing you can do, which you might even find easier, is can you see I've got rulers here? So you'll find your rulers in here underneath view, and mine says hide rulers, but if you haven't got the rulers on, it would say show rulers. So what this means now is that I can just click once and bring across some actual lines like so, and we'll bring across another one, and we'll bring across another one. While I'm here, I'm going to bring across another one can go here for a sec, another one can go here. Now I'm going to zoom in and line these up more beautifully. These guides don't print out, right? So I've got them all lined up like so. All right, now I'm going to zoom out. Okay, just click off. Now, unfortunately, you can't see the shape anymore because it's hidden a little bit because of the guides. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to use my rectangle tool. I know that's a perfect square. So what I'm going to do now, and see how it just sort of clicks on. And we're going to draw ourselves a perfect square. And we actually just might make that perfect square a black line so we can see it. Now I'm going to draw another perfect square, and again I'm holding down the shift key to do this, and now we've got our top view. So what I'm going to do now is, again, I'm going to group these and group, and we're done. Right, we'll zoom in so we can actually see it. Here's our two shapes. Front view, and our top view. Now, you don't have to use the 45-degree method. However, if you do use it, it saves you time and it can also help you to align things pretty quickly. So I want from this point here, so it's not from this one and it's not from this one, but it's where the height and the width meet. So at this little point here, I want to draw a 45-degree angle line. So rather than guessing it, I'm actually going to go into Illustrator and go into Preferences. So you can see that my Preferences menu is under here, but I have noticed that some student software you might find preferences down here, and there's even one student where I found their preferences sitting down here under Edit. But mine are here, so I'm going to go to Preferences, and now I'm going to go to Smart Guides. I have mine set on pink, you can put yours on any colour. And can you see I've got it on 30-degree angles, which is awesome for isometric drawing. We want a 45-degree line. Now I've got one. Picking up my pen tool, I am now going to see here, and you just like so. Now that line will be removed, okay? It will be removed. Now I'm going to go back to my rulers. I'm going to bring a line here, and I'm going to bring a line here, and I'm going to bring a line here. Next, what I want to do is I want some vertical lines. That one will go here, here, and here. So that's where they intersect. So off we go. We're going to pop one here. We'll pop one here. And we'll pop one here. Now, I might even get that a little bit more, like so. Now to finish this off, okay, and I also think I need one to go down here as well, like so. And now it's in this area here where I actually get to draw my shape. So I'm going to pop one in here. Oops, I need my lines back on, thank you. And I'm going to pop one in here, like so. All right, now I don't need this line here anymore. I'm going to zoom out, and to finish it off, so I need to pop in some titles. So here I'm going to go uppercase, top. And the other thing I want to do also is center it. And then I'm also going to go here, front. Again, we want to make sure it's centered. And then last but not least, we're going to go side. And again, we want to make sure that that is centered. To finish it off, we can draw one of our symbols, which I've actually got one over here, which I'm just going to be very, very cheeky and take. And we're going to pop that about here in this space here. And we can zoom out. Now, we can now go to View and go to Rulers, Hide Rulers, and View, we also want to go is to hide our guides, like so. And now you've ended up with a third angle orthogonal drawing.